Yes. What's going on, everybody? Paul Hickey here with NoOffSeason.com. You know what it is. You know where you are. It's the Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell. This is your show, and I am happy to be here with you today. Let's just say we have some amazing submissions from you all, the audience. Today, I'm really excited to get into it. So first, I want to talk about Graybo's Sports Cards in Richmond, Virginia. Graybo's. Go there, graybos.co, get 10% off using the promo code strategy 2023. Don't forget, you can get unlimited personalized advice. Build your sports card investment portfolio by getting a free 30-day trial now at nooffseason.com. Don't waste time. Go to nooffseason.com now and get a free 30-day trial and check out all of the amazing premium content that we have there. Speaking of premium content, I released something new yesterday called the Overflow Show. So as all of you know, Lefty McKee and I host the main sports card strategy show on Mondays with Chad Guell, the sports card doctor. And we bring in other people from time to time, but we can't get to it all. And so we've had this premium pod concept for a while where premium members at nooffseason.com get extra podcast content that non-premium members don't, unless, of course, you subscribe to the channel on YouTube, join the channel and pay $99 a month, or join the members-only pod on Spotify and pay $9.99 a month. So now there's the Overflow Show, which all of those premium members will get. And I think we killed it yesterday on the Overflow Show. So if you don't have access to any of the premium memberships, definitely make sure that you get in on that. And good morning to Chad Guell, OhMyShoes, Cleo Cards, Southern Soccer Idiot. You guys are all the stars of today's show. So let's get into it right now. You know this man. He is a genius, a sports card genius. The Jizza genius, Dr. Chad Guell. Dr. Chad Guell, the sports card doctor. What do you have for us today?
Good morning, Sports Card Strategy Show and Tellers. Today I'm going to be showing you a few of the collection of in-person on-card autographs that I've collected over the years. John Paxton, Jordan Zimmerman, Tim Wakefield, Todd Walker, Jared Weaver, Eric Young, Michael Young, Jason Veritek, Fernando Tatis Sr., that's kind of a cool one, Grady Sizemore, Willie Peralta, Nick Markakis, Victor Martinez, Brad Lidge, Derek Lee, Carlos Lee, Ian Kinsler, Paul Konerko, Adam Kennedy, Joe Girardi, Andre Ethier, several Vince Wolfirk, Eric Weddle, Eric Metcalf, Gerard Mayo, Johan Santana, James Shields. All right, Justin Tuck, Bobby Wagner, Aaron Donald, another Aaron Donald, Adam Wainwright, David Wright, a couple of Joey Vottos in his minor league, the Dragons cards before he hit the pros, Chase Utley, Joe Torre, another Joe Torre, Jake Peavy, Matt Holliday, Curtis Granderson, Adrian Gonzalez, Brandon Phillips, Clayton Kershaw, Mike Mussina, a couple of Andrew Jones, a couple of Torrey Hunter, Robinson Cano, A-Rod, and Giancarlo Stanton when he was known as Michael Stanton in the minor leagues. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a great week, guys.
You know, I played in some individual defensive player leagues, and I'm still in a dynasty league with IDPs in it. And Justin Tuck and Eric Weddle are legendary IDP players in that league. They're extreme difference makers. So I love seeing those names in there, Chad. That was a great submission. I don't know if that was the actual A-Rod, though. It might have been a left-handed hitter named Alex Rodriguez. I think our guy A-Rod is just a righty, right? Unless I'm totally wrong on that. But that is super cool submission there, Chad. Love that. Wondering, and Mike Mussina, what a great pitcher from the past. Totally underrated pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles. Just great fun guy to watch on the mound. Wondering, did you meet all those people face to face? Like, did you actually go get? It sounds like that's the case. That's really cool because I think they weren't authenticated or anything like that. So that tells me that you. I mean, maybe they were, and you had the certs elsewhere, but that tells me that you met them at events and had them sign at their tables. So that's really cool. Good morning to Rocky Empire Sports Cards. Spoiler alert, we did get your submission into the show, even though I literally received it like 5 minutes before the show started. I was able to download it. So thank you for that, Rocky Empire. Spoiler alert, Rocky is in the house today. All right, up next is a great guy who actually lives really close to me and has done a great job contributing content to nooffseason.com. Michael Miller. Michael's got a cool show and tell submission for us today. Michael, what do you got?
What's up, Sports Card Strategy Nation? This is Mike Miller. Paul asked me to do a submission, so I'm just going to show you 6 cards that I had graded from my dad's collection. He's still around, but he wanted to get rid of his cards, so I told him I'd take them. Here's the first one, a 1969 Mickey Mantle, ended up a PSA 5. Here's a 1954 Yogi Berra. There was a crease on the back of this, but it is a PSA 2. Here's a 1965 AL RBI Leaders. Ended up a PSA 6. As you can see, Mantle's on there. Mantle was his favorite player. A 1968 Top Superstars Killebrew, Mays, and Mantle, PSA 5. A 1967 Mickey Mantle, PSA 5. And a 1954 Bob Lemon, PSA 6. 1954 Bowman. Thank you guys, long-time listener, become a bit of a contributor. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, Michael's a great contributor. You keep up the good work, Michael. You're doing awesome. That was a great submission. Chad loves it. Love the vintage. Super cool that your dad shared that collection with you and that you got them graded for them. And it seemed like they came back with pretty good grades. So I don't know the value off the top of my head on any of those, but seems pretty good. All right, up next, somebody special to the show, friend of the show. Lefty and I love this guy. We've got a strong community of great names and contributors here. You all will know this one. It's SSI, the Southern Soccer Idiot. My guy, Kevin. Kevin, what do you got for us today, man?
What's up, everybody? Good morning. What's up, Paul? What's up, Kendall, Dr. Chad, and everyone out there in the Sports Card Strategy Show multiverse. Hope all is well. Hope this video finds each and every one of you at your happiest and most healthy in life. My name is Kevin. I am otherwise known as the infamous Southern Soccer Idiot, and today I would like to make my own submission to the Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell show. So today I have an 11 card, 9 cards and 2 sticker PSA return that I recently got. I did the live reveal on my own channel on YouTube, the Southern Soccer Idiot. Please come join us sometime if you'd like to see some PSA reveals, look over some soccer product releases, and just some general fun with soccer cards. But of course, always tune into the Sports Card Strategy Show and tune into the Soccer Card Strategy Show especially. But like I said, I have an 11 card PSA return. It is my best return ever. if you do happen to watch the video of the live return, you will just hear the enthusiasm and the shock of happiness in my voice. And I want to share with you all today what I have. So the abridged version of what you can see on my little video. First, I had, okay, so 11 cards. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different players, I believe it was. The first player is Victor Osimhen. He is a Nigerian striker that plays for Napoli in Serie A. He absolutely tore up Serie A this year. He did quite well in the Champions League until Napoli was knocked out in the quarterfinals, unfortunately. His rookie material is actually, his rookie stickers, I should say. He does have rookie cards from when he first started at Napoli, but he played at Lille in France before that, and he actually has rookie stickers from France, okay? So he has 2 of those rookie stickers, one being numbered 157 and one being numbered 161. So the number 157, I got a perfect 10 on, and number 161, I got a 9 on. Sorry for the glare off my phone there and off the window. I find the sweet spot there. So a 10 on one and a 9 on the other. I am overjoyed about those stickers because stickers are very hard grade. It doesn't matter what league, what player, what company you submit to, stickers are always tough. So to get a 10 on one and a 9 on the other, I'm super excited about that. The next one is a 2021-22 Topps Finest Champions League. This is a Jude Bellingham prized footballer insert. Got a 10 on that.
Nice.
This is one of his rookie cards. Unfortunately, Jude Bellingham does have a ton of rookie cards.
Yeah.
But I love this insert. I'm a huge fan of the prized footballer inserts, as you will see later in this video and probably in other episodes when I show you some other cards that I have in my collection. But super glad to get that. So
Super
10
cool.
for
Those
Bellingham.
stickers as well. Those
Gabriel Martinelli of Arsenal. I actually submitted 4 cards of his. Martinelli is a young Brazilian left winger. Has had a fantastic year with Arsenal. Has made many people's team of the season list. Just really coming into his own talent. A lot of promise still. I think he's only 22 or 3, and he still has a lot of growth yet to go. I think he's a fairly good investment. Not giving you advice, that's not my place, but I like Martinelli a lot. So the first card was a 2020 Topps Merlin Chrome Purple Refractor, number 134 of 299. Beautiful card. I like the purple on it a lot. Unfortunately, it was a 9, not the worst grade in the world, but you know, numbered parallels with high grades are always nice to have. So like that card a lot. I pulled that card on my own. I pulled all of these cards. Let's see. I bought the 2 stickers and I bought a card, a Messi card. I won't spoil which one yet, but I did buy one Messi card that you're going to see in just a moment. But pulled that Martinelli card on my own. All 4 of these Martinelli cards I pulled on my own. The next Martinelli card is a 2021-2022 Panini Mosaic Premier League. It is a reactive purple parallel. Got a 10 on that. Cool looking card. The purple and red don't exactly blend together, but it's kind of got an interesting look to it. So cool card. And then I had 2 also Mosaic Premier League from the same year reactive gold inserts. And those both got 10s. So super excited about that. Now that is, I can show you one and basically be showing you both of them. That is a beautiful card.
high gem rate so far.
The gold and the red there and the white on the uniform. That's a really, really beautiful card. I like that a lot. 2018 Topps Chrome Bundesliga. This is also an insert. I'm big on inserts. I can't explain to you why. I think they're better than base. Of course, maybe not as good as numbered parallels, but I do like inserts a lot. Their rarity, of course, is just natural in the printing run in these. But 2018 Topps Chrome Bundesliga Christian Pulisic Future Stars. Got a 10 on that. Cool card.
Yeah.
Still in his Dortmund uniform. That is not a rookie card. 2017 are his rookie card years. But it's a second year card. I think that's a really cool card. And then finally, I have 3 Lionel Messi cards.
All right, before we get to SSI's Lionel Messi cards, I do have to just chime in here. First of all, he's doing an amazing job. Loving the soccer on the show. We need more soccer on the show. And we have Shoes' wife, Leslie Alegria, in the house, glued to the TV. Shout out, Leslie. You are awesome. Appreciate your support. All right, SSI, back to you for the Messi cards.
Of course, Messi, very well much the all-time greatest player soccer ever. Like him, love him, hate him, whatever. Probably the best player ever, just, hands down. But not hating on anybody else, Ronaldo or Pele or Maradona. I love all those guys, but more than likely Messi's the best player ever. But first card is a 2018 Panini Donruss Dominator insert. Gem Mint 10 on that. Cool card. Really cool card for a beginning collector. I'll get back to that in just a moment about beginning collectors. 2019 Topps UEFA Champions League prize footballer insert for Messi. Gem Mint 10. Like I said, I love the prized footballer inserts, especially this year, the 2019 version. The Messis, the Mbappes, the Ronaldos, a couple other players. They just, this year with that design, they are just beautiful. I think that's the best ones they ever made. And finally, last but not least, like I said on the live reveal with this card, I wish I would have graded this card a few years ago when just the base, which is what this is, when just the base of this card was selling for something like $4,500, which is an absurd number. And I should have got this card graded a long time ago, should have sold it, didn't, hoped it was going to go to the moon. That was a mistake. But still love this card. Probably will be a PC card one way or another. They're a lot more cheaper now. I can buy other ones to flip or whatever. But still think this is a cool card. The 2014 Panini Prism World Cup cards.
It is a sweet card.
Lionel Messi card. Like I said, at one time that was going for just absurd 4-figure money. Now it's probably a $250 card. Really cool card. Of course, Messi did not win the 2014 World Cup, but he was player of the tournament, and Argentina made the finals that year against Germany. So that's a cool card to have either way, because Messi put in a fantastic performance. So out of the 9 here, none of these cards, even though they are Gem Mint 10s, none of these cards are really more than about $200 to $300 at their very best. I'm really trying to focus on getting cards graded that beginning collectors or budget collectors can afford. Trying to get more people into the hobby, and I think I can do that if I have cheaper cards to sell for people. But 11 cards, 9 Gem Mint 10s, 2 9s. Super excited about that. Thank you all so much for watching today. Best of luck, best wishes, much love, many blessings. Hope your PSA returns turn out just as well as mine. Thanks for watching today. Have a great day.
SSI bringing it strong. I love that. So many layers of things to love in SSI's submission there. First of all, Southern Soccer Idiot and Kendall and I go way back when we first started launching the Soccer Card Strategy Show and the Sports Card Strategy Show. SSI has been there really since the beginning and has become a great friend. So Kevin, good work. Secondly, I love what you said at the end there about more affordable cards, like kind of under $300 for the beginning collector, and getting more people into the hobby that way. There's actually a bunch of different things I love about that. Not just the sentiment. The sentiment's great, but I also love it as a sports card strategy overall, right? So for example, when you have a card that you sell on eBay for more than $300, it has to go through the authenticator service. And when that happens, it's not a bad thing. I like the authenticator service. I happen to think that it should be authenticated at that price point. But if you think about it, you lose all ability to, if you've ever sold a card through the authenticator service, and you don't have a choice. If it's over $300, it has to be that way if it's eBay. So you lose all ability to reach out and develop a relationship with the buyer. Now, not all buyers are going to care what you put in your package. You know, a lot of people will just throw stuff out. But I like to put like little notes and extra cards and things like that in the package. Kendall and I have talked about, like, you know, whether or not that's a good thing on the Sports Card Strategy Show quite a bit. But I like it. I think it's at least like throwing a line out into the lake to see if you can catch a bite on the line and develop a relationship with the person that bought from you on eBay. In theory, you know, people buying from you on eBay, like that should be someone that you develop a relationship with and bond over the card that they bought, and help each other out in the future. So I like eBay. I like that, but authenticator service is something that you would avoid. I've literally thought about the same strategy SSI is talking about, but really for a different reason. More for, I mean, I like the sentiment of having more affordable cards for people for sure. So that's one reason. But another reason is like being able to make the sale on eBay, but then develop the relationship through dropping some contact information and extra cards in the package. So I'm a big fan of that. And I do think that my third thought on SSI's submission is that the inserts, like without this show, I wouldn't necessarily know about how SSI feels about those 2019 prized footballer inserts. And they are big names. And I think from a soccer card strategy standpoint, especially, I think a lot of times we miss out on those opportunities because we're so focused on either prospecting or the big dollar cards. So it's either like, I think we miss out a lot. We don't focus enough of our time at nooffseason.com on sort of sneaky cool inserts that collectors love, that of the big names. And so SSI bringing that to the table is super valuable. Really appreciate that. Great job. He's getting a lot of love in the comments here. Of course, Shoes killed at SSI, Rocky Empire, great video SSI. Thank you. Love the sentiment of getting more people into the hobby. Absolutely. Definitely drop a like, duders, says OhMyShoes. Subscribe to SSI's channel. Leslie Alegria just subscribed to SSI's channel. She loves soccer cards. SSI is putting out great content on his channel, Southern Soccer 88 on YouTube. Check that out. Yes, remember to set the hook when fishing. And Ziggy, no, great to see you. Hopefully you like the concept of this show. Would love to have a submission from you, Ziggy, if you're ever interested in submitting anything to the Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell, whatever your creative brain can come up with. All right. Speaking of creative brains, I love this guy. You know him. He's submitted to the show before. He's actually been a guest on the flagship show before with Kendall and I from Texas Roadshow. Chase Crim. Chase, bringing it strong today, man. Can't wait to see what you have in store for us. What do you got?
Hey, what's up? Paul Hickey and the Sports Card Strategy Show community. I'm Chase from Texas Roadshow. Y'all are probably used to seeing me. I'm in a new spot this time, showing off some of the cards I picked up from the most recent Dallas show in May, which was this past weekend. I'm excited to show what I got because I got some really cool stuff, and I can also talk about. I kind of had 3 different strategies with how I bought this weekend. Just 3 different strategies I can show y'all, and hopefully y'all can try to implement. So my first strategy is just stuff that I'm trying to flip within the next 12 months probably. As my cat climbs on me. Say hello to Cheetah. Newest member of the household.
Love it.
So I was actually looking for a Josh Giddey National Treasures RPA this weekend, but I found an Eminence instead, which is a higher end set, but this actually sells cheaper than the single NT RPA does. And this is out of 10, and the patch is game used, And National Treasures, it's not from any specific game, and it's out of 99. So, I was looking to buy some Giddy, so that's something that like I want to flip
Heck,
relatively soon. Although I don't really want to get stuck holding onto it long term. Although it is a cool card. This was gonna be a long term play. I actually got this on Thursday. I've been buying
Brown.
Jim Brown. I believe I showed off a previous card on the previous show. But then we got the news on Friday of his passing. So I'm actually probably going to list this tomorrow along with my others, and then hopefully buy back into them in a couple months.
Smart move.
And as talked about on the baseball card
man.
strategy show, I don't know if it was a baseball show or just a flagship show.
So good.
LA De La Cruz, Bowman Chrome Auto, out of 100, Atomic, PSA 1010.
Hell yeah.
I know y'all talk
You
about
just
the
got
auto grade a
all.
lot. I usually only grade the auto if I know it's going to be a 10. It's pretty easy to tell as long as there's no streaks in it or like some like, I don't know, spots. Like, it's pretty easy to 10. Like, I'll show you the difference between these two cards. Like, the one on the Mike Trout's a little faded. Let me try and get that into the light. Whereas the Ellie's nice and strong. There's no streaks or like missing spots in it. Alright, so my next play is, I call it my one-on-one play. So I just buy, it's just super rare cards. This really works at shows. You just kind of go off of comps that work in your favor to buy low. And then you go off different comps that work in your favor to sell high. So Mike Trout one-on-one
Nice.
out of Dynasty patch auto. And you'll see like a lot of big YouTubers do this a lot. I don't make this my primary focus, but anytime I can find some cheaper one-on-ones or super rare cards, I like doing this. This is a LT Shield auto, and on the back, you have Larry Johnson.
What?
And these are also usually cards I'm fine with holding long term. If I can't move them for a profit, I'm fine with keeping them. So this is a pro debut Jordan Lawler. I know he's a favorite on the show. This is his pro debut Superfractor PSA 10. So all three of those were one-of-ones. And then another strategy I used this weekend was just long-term stuff I'm fine with keeping for the next 5 years. I think it's pretty safe buys, and I think I'm buying at the floors of these cards. So LeBron, Kobe, dual game use patch. Yes, please.
Wow.
Like that's not a card that will really go up exponentially, but it's also not, it's a safe card you can invest in and, put your money away into something that will slowly go up over time. Steph Curry RPA. It's actually my first Steph rookie auto. I felt it was awesome. I feel like it's an awesome time to get into Steph stuff, especially like in the next 2 to 3 months. Look for his stuff to drop, and you might be able to get some good deals on him.
I agree.
Bowman Chrome Mike Trout blue refractor. I believe Kendall made a Mike Trout play on this card earlier.
He
This
did.
one's out of 199.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, I believe Kendall made a Mike Trout Bowman play not too long ago. And then this is just a calling card. It's just like I don't know.
Yeah,
They
is it the
did
Walter
some special
Payton?
set the Bears did.
Yeah, I've
It's
seen
like
that.
just like a Super Bowl edition card that they gave out and they were signed. This is signed by Walter Payton. This was like $60. I
Love
got
it.
it for $60 at the
Yeah,
show.
that's awesome.
Which is something else that like we need to take advantage of if you're investing in cards is don't limit yourself to just buying on eBay. Like at shows, like I got all these at the show and I got them. Like I rarely buy stuff at shows that's over 80% eBay comp. So for example, if a card sells for eBay for 100, it's easy to find that stuff at shows for like $80. Which gives you a whole lot more room when you're trying to flip stuff really quick. So yeah, those were 3 strategies I used at the Dallas show this past week. They're not my main strategy. My main strategy is probably buying raw cards in person and then grading them. The old Chad Guell special. But these are also unique ways that you can make money. Like, I'm pretty sure on these two, like on my quick flips, I'm gonna be in the green. As soon as Ellie gets the call up, like it's going on auction.
I think he may have literally gotten the call up right after Chase submitted this. I could be wrong, but check out Ellie news on Ellie in terms of the call up.
And I got the Jim Brown for the price that, before he passed away, which, however you feel, like morally, like making income off of people's death, like the way I see it is I've been buying Jim Brown cards for the past year. If I can sell them and make money off of it, like I'm gonna buy more Jim Brown autos. Like I'm not just gonna stop, because I think after probably 3 or 4 months, the prices are gonna come back down, and then I'm gonna be able to buy back into them. All right. Hope y'all enjoy my edition this week. I hope there's a lot more fire in this episode. Again, I'm Chase from Texas Roadshow Shop. At Texas Roadshow Shop on Insta and Twitter. Feel free to hit us up if you're trying to sell stuff, if you're trying to buy stuff off of our website, if you're trying to buy wax. We do all that. We're also starting to grade cards for you. So if you need cards graded, hit us up on Insta. We're at every Dallas show, in my opinion, the second best card show in the country, right behind the National, which we will be there too. So hopefully I'll be able to see y'all at the National. Paul, I'm handing it back over to you. I'll see you.
You're the man, Chase. Good work today, man. I definitely need to link up with you at a Dallas show for sure. I need to right after this episode, go check the dates on the next Dallas shows and try to make that happen for me. But I definitely will see you at the National, Chase, and hopefully we will see everybody else that's watching and listening to this at the National as well. Chase just brought it amazingly strong. Leslie is pumped about the Giddy. Chad's pumped about the Ellie. If I could have any card in that entire group right now, it would be the Ellie, because I would immediately list it, because I believe there's some major call-up hype around Ellie right now. And very, very cool. Chase, I have so many questions for you. So I want to get you back on the show as a guest on the main show again, because I want to ask you a bunch of questions related to how much you paid for a lot of those cards, and I want to get follow-up results on all of your plays in terms of how they worked out for you. So I know it'll be kind of slowly dropping one by one over the next year, but would love to ask you questions about what you paid for all of those and how all those plays worked out for you. Totally agree on the Steph Curry. Had that thought the other day that we might need to put something together on the website about Steph. Also interesting about the Jim Brown. I think that, if anyone has any thoughts that contradict selling upon someone's passing, if you already own the card, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to kind of hear the other side of that. But for me, I don't see any issue at all with it. Like, I don't even know that it needs to be justified. I think that, the reality is that, it's very, very sad when somebody passes away. Respecting someone's life and death and their family, to me, is mutually exclusive from, listing a sports card so that somebody else can buy it. And if that person is willing to pay more during a time when, the person is in the news due to their passing, then I don't see anything wrong with that personally, but I would respect the other point of view. And I think it could be hopefully a topic that we could have an open dialogue about on this show. Cause I know it is a sports card strategy. So I'd rather talk about it than not talk about it. So good work all around on that, Chase. Way to bring it strong. All right. Up next, you probably know this name because Kendall and I shout this guy out in the comments all the time. And if you're listening to this show, and you've never watched it on YouTube, you might be wondering what we're talking about when we're like, oh, RPO sports cards in the house. It's because we stream live on YouTube, of course. And then, we immediately upload the show to the podcast app so that the listeners can, listen right away, essentially not literally live, but, as soon as the show is is done recording. And we don't edit, we don't post produce or anything like that. So it's just it's right away. So RPO Sports Cards is in the house. Before we get to him, Ziggy's in the comments saying, nothing wrong with selling on news. Death is news. Rocky Empire says, no issue or judgment on trading after the passing. Newsworthy is newsworthy, and demand is demand. It's not like you're buying them based on negative health reports. Yeah, that's true. It's not like Chad says, the flipper side of me understands the window to profit. However, I refuse to profit on someone's death, and I have a strict 2-week no sell window after someone's death, but that is just me. I think that's great. I think that, that's not coming out and saying that people are wrong for it, but that's just Chad's preference on saying, look, I don't feel morally right about doing it right away, which makes sense. So the 2-week window on freezing the sale of that card, that makes a ton of sense to me. And this is all about having fun, feeling good about yourself, building a community, making money. Is part of that, but it's not the only part, and it's definitely not the most important part. So glad we're able to have kind of an open dialogue about that. Appreciate everyone's thoughts. And RPO Sports Cards, James Bradford, take it away.
What's up, guys? My name is James, aka RPO Sports Cards, and I'm super excited to be submitting in my first submission for the Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell. I went to the Dallas Card Show this past weekend, and basically I just wanted to show a highlight of what I got and why I got it, good or bad. So here you go. Okay, so most of the time what I do when I go into shows is I'm looking for bargains. I'm trying to go into the bargain bins. I'm not really the showcase guy. I'm not trying to flip the $100, $200 stuff. I'm trying to get a bulk of stuff that's $3 each, maybe a stack of $30 that turns into $20. So I walk out and so it lowers the cost per card. Sometimes it works well for me, sometimes it doesn't. In this case, this is a 15 for 10, and what you'll see is there's some interesting stuff in here, but there's a reason why this guy had it priced the way he did. So that's numbered out 250. You would think that'd be worth more, but nope, it's not. Numbered out 1600, and some of this stuff is just cool. We got Pat Fryermuth. He should have. I think he's gonna have a good year. Frank Kaminsky, yeah. So it's not like your big name guys, but he was a great player in college. Numbered to 249, select rookie, blue color match there. Wilson Chandler, again, not like your big name guys, but numbered to 75, Crusade. Like that's just everybody loves those inserts. I picked up a couple of these die cuts. I thought they looked cool. You got LT Showbound in his TCU uniform. And little skylines of Emmitt Smith, then another Emmitt Smith, some Spurs, refractors, stuff like that. Okay, so I got all those for $1 or 70 cents each. It was 15 for 10.
Not bad.
But a lot of those are only worth $1. So that wasn't my brightest moment. I was super excited to just be at the show, and it was my first table. Then I came across this 50-cent table, which I spent entirely too long for what I ended up getting. But I got $8 worth. So again, just looking for color of people. Earl Campbell, blue. You got Alexander Madison, rookie, who's going to be taking over. Clinton Portis, refractor. Andre Johnson, Houston loves him, and it's numbered to 200. I don't know the price or anything about this card, but I thought that was cool. An old school Spellbound. Everybody seems to love Spellbound. So Steve Young, Spellbound. Carson Palmer, rookie. Ndamukong Suh, refractor. Marvin Harrison, score team. Liam Hendricks, great closer. A couple, Cedric Mullins, Jordan Walker first. X-Factor, Tony Romo, Tony Parker, Red Wave. So again, all those were 50 cents, and I'll be able to at least double my money on all of those. Then again, the whole stack. That's what the great thing. They just talked about this on the Sports Card Strategy Show. The great thing about shows is you just bundle stuff up and you get the total cost less once you do that, right? So I saw a guy, he had a lot of inserts and stuff that were pretty cool. So Jimmy Butler, and this is numbered out of 349. So I got a couple of those. And he had different prices on it, so that was interesting. And Allen Iverson, which just goes to show you guys, don't just buy because there's numbered. I bought this, I was like, I didn't even comp it. I just thought, okay, cool. Allen Iverson, everybody loves him. Numbered to $18.99. I'm getting a deal on it. Yeah, it's like a $2 card. Jamal Murray, I bought this for throw it into the stack. I just sold this for $10. and then a Mark Andrews, $1, numbered to 199. And in that stack as well was this cool gold universe, which I actually think is pretty rare. And it is in decent condition. I think it might get like an 8. I'm thinking about grading it, but y'all let me know what I should do with that. But I got all of these for $40. Yeah, so the big win here was the Mark Andrews and I think the Deion Sanders. But I sold this one already for 10, so I'm already like starting to get back that profit. The womp womp was the Allen Iverson. But going into that, I found another guy who was selling at half price everything. So like this has $5 on it. It was $2.50. Nothing crazy, but I thought it looked cool. Actually, isn't that cool money wise. Mikal Bridges, I remember y'all talked about him on the Sports Car Strategy Show, so I saw this for $2, had to get it. This was $1, sold it already for $8, so that was nice. Again, $1, $1. All this J.K. Dobbins stuff was all $1 for all of it. So I was like, surely I can get my money back on that. And then all of these 3 right here, Trevor Lawrence, which you always, anytime you get Trevor Lawrence at a discount, pick him up. He sells well. But I got those for $2 altogether. So again, just looking for deals. And then probably my favorite guy that I stopped at, I got all of these cards for $55. Okay, $55, and including this Pedroia in the back. So I've always wanted a Jose Ramirez. I think he's underrated. I actually had never had a chrome. Garrett Whitlock, refractor. He's one of the better pitchers in the Red Sox organization. Class A. This one was actually super cheap, I thought. It listed at $8, so I probably got it $5 when all said and done. But it's super clean, so I'm going to try to grade that. This Josh Lowe, it was listed at $10. I've already sold this for $25. Jared Kalenic, refractor rookie, got it at $3, sold it for $9 already. I didn't take my time to look at this one. I thought it was an older set, but this was actually 2020. So I bought it for $3, trying to sell it for $3. And then he had 50% off of this, so Connor Norby. So I got this for $15, and it regularly sells for $30. It does look pretty clean. It just has some print lines, which brings me to a question for you guys. How much of a factor do print lines play into the grading aspect? But yeah, thank you. And then also I got this Dustin Pedroia out of 18 for basically $15. He had it listed at 20, but he threw it in for 15. And then this on-car David Ortiz for $20. Now this one's probably just staying in the PC. My wife and I, big Red Sox fan. I'm a huge Rangers fan, so kind of get both of them. And then last card I got was, again, PC. I'm trying to complete the Yaz set. So I got this 1963 for $20. I thought it was a solid deal. And yeah, so that was it. That was my Dallas card show. Some successes, some failures, learning, but had a blast. Would highly recommend anybody that can go to it. Make sure you check it out. Okay? See y'all next week.
Thanks, James. That was awesome. RPO Sports Cards. Very, very cool. He has a different strategy than Chase Crim when it comes to the Dallas card show. He's more like my guy, Rob Masora from Bob's Card Market, where he's going around looking for the value. I think, that's obviously what we all love about the hobby, is that different strokes for different folks. You can go, I say whatever floats your boat. You can go do your thing. And, I certainly can relate to the value digging and spending too much time at one table trying to dig for a value. I did that at the National last year, where I literally spent like half a day at one table because I was looking, they had great stuff and I was looking for all the great value, pulled a bunch of cards out and was going to buy them, and then just was like, nah, and then put them all back and tried to move on to the next thing. That was before Lefty got there, but a lot of great stuff in there, James. Definitely want to comment on a lot of what you put in there. So thanks again for the submission. And how much do print lines play a role in grading? Chad, if you're still on and you want to jump into the comments on that, feel free. Otherwise, I'll drop it in the show notes for Monday and have Chad and Lefty answer it on Monday for you, James, because those guys are going to know quite a bit more about that specifically than I am on grading. I've graded a lot of cards. I've probably just in the last 2.5 years already graded like, I don't know, like over 1,000 cards, but that doesn't even hold a candle to what Chad has graded. SSI in the comments says, in regards to print lines, I think your grade will end up depending on the individual grader. I've seen cards with print lines get anywhere from a 4 to a 9 or even a 10 when they were otherwise perfect. So that's a great answer. I mean, I think that I would still grade it. If you had a thought to grade it, RPO, I would do that. And I think you were the guy who in the chat on Monday's show, when I shared the vintage collection photos, said you wanted the Yaz or something like that. That rang a bell when you were talking about completing a Yaz collection. So one other thought on RPO's submission related to like how Rob sells his cards. He uses a scanner called Chronosio, and we have a promo code no off season to save on the Chronosio scanner. So chronosio.com, if you use the promo code no off season, you'll get I think 20% off. And I actually have a meeting with Chronosio later today to talk about helping them with some content creation. Rob really believes in their product, and so curious, RPO, as to how you sell your cards. If you're buying in bulk a lot of cards like that and then selling on eBay, wondering if you how you're listing all of them. Are you using a scanner like Chronosio? Chad agrees with SSI, says the print lines definitely affect the grade. So, all right, up next, my guy who barely got the submission in right before the show. Thank you so much to Rocky Empire Sports Cards. I have no idea what he's going to say. Take it away.
Hey everybody, I'm Andrew. I go by Rocky Empire Sports here. This is my first show and tell submission this week, and I put together some cards that are meaningful to me, and then I put together some cards that I will be submitting to PSA. So thank you for taking a look, and yeah, enjoy. All right, so part one for my show and tell this week. I wanted to show off a couple of my cards that are meaningful to me. So to kick us off, I have a couple of Derek Jeter cards here. The first one is a 93 Classic Best in the Greensboro Hornets uniform. This one's a little unique because he's actually finishing the throw. More of the ones that I've seen for sale, he's flat-footed. So this one's pretty interesting. I like that it says for promotional purposes only on the back. My first slabbed card I've ever owned. My uncle gave it to me. And now it's going to be the first slab card I ever crack because, man, that slab is ugly.
Yeah.
Next one up I have is a 93 Topps Derek Jeter draft pick card. This card is special because my wife got it for me for my birthday a couple of years ago when I started getting back into the hobby. This was not the approval of this hobby that I thought it was when she bought it for me. So, spoiler alert. Next up I wanted to show off a couple of Gleyber Torres cards. So Gleyber Torres for me was the first player that I started to seek out collecting when I got back into this. And I loved watching Gleyber his first season in 2018 with the Yankees. That was fun. He was breaking records of different kinds all the time, baseball records. I'll give an example in a second. I mean, this card here was just, when I started getting back into it, I knew that I wanted to get a first Bowman autograph for him. In the middle of the pandemic, the prices were a little crazy, so I got this when they came down a lot, and just exciting to have it. Yeah, the last one I have for Gleyber, this is a Topps Now card for June of 2018. Him and Soto homered in the same game. Lowest combined age by opposing players to homer in the same game since 1887. That's what I meant by baseball records, so to speak. Just the crazy stuff that they come up with. This one's meaningful because I was at the game, so that's kind of fun. I bought it after the fact. I didn't realize until I actually owned the card, and then looked it up on my ticket app. So, all right, last one I have here is, I'm gonna go with Cal Ripken Jr. So, quick story about Cal. I, in 6th grade, wrote an essay for an essay contest It was called Dad's Day at the Yard. And I was picked along with 10 other winners to go and hang out for a day with Cal Ripken Jr. in Baltimore. It was actually a couple days, but we spent the day on the field having a catch in Camden Yards. We had a pizza party with Cal in a big brick warehouse behind the building, and this is a ball I got signed by him and his brother Billy at that pizza party. So pretty cool. And that's also where I got this Orioles glove. So part 2, I wanted to show you some of the cards that I'm going to be submitting for PSA grading soon. I've never done a submission, so I'm hoping that this brings me some good luck when I submit them. So get us started here. I got an Aaron Judge 2013 paper. They have really good gem rates. Junior Caminero. This is a great pull.
Hey.
Excited about him. Tristan Cassis. I love him in the sense that I think he's going to torture the Yankees for a bunch of years. I know he hasn't gotten off to a great start, but yeah, something about him. Josue De Paula. Love this kid. So young. Pulled a Roderick Arias 1 out of 150 here. This was a good pull. Autograph is awful looking. I got a couple. Now here's my, I guess, biggest pulls that I've ever had out of any breaks or boxes or whatever. But this is a new one. Michael Harris out of 50 True Gold from the new Bowman.
Love him.
And we'll finish it off with this. Just got this back as a redemption, finally.
Oh, congrats.
This one is a beauty. This is
That's awesome.
Gold etch out of Gilded, out of 65. And yeah, so I got to put a few more together, but wish me luck.
Good work, Andrew. Rocky Empire. I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say he grew up in Baltimore and now lives in Colorado, but I could be wrong. Check out his YouTube channel because, man, I'm relaxed after that post-produced video with the nice smooth elevator music in the background. Shoes is relaxed. I'm relaxed. Chad's pumped about the submissions. He says, love the submissions this week. Thanks to all who submitted. And for those that didn't, but want to stop thinking and pick up your phone and just do it. I could not agree more. Hopefully this show is empowering you all to become a content creator of sorts in the hobby. I think as a hobbyist, you're automatically a content creator, whether you realize it or not. And I want to empower this community to showcase their sports card strategy. Rocky Empire grew up in New York, and this is the first video he's made. No way. He's got like the nice logo on his, like, here's my thought, like nicely post-produced video, card stands, like the mouse pad as the brake mat, like, you know, okay, I was totally wrong. So, but you went to Camden Yards, which was sick. So, hey, great work as a kid traveling around to the other ballparks. Great work, Rocky Empire. He's got like the nice profile pic design. I don't know if that's in Canva or what, but shout out to Rocky Empire. He's got a polished situation over there at Rocky Empire Sports Cards. All right. You guys are probably wondering, like, we've heard Shoes' name in the chat today. Like, we know he's in the house. But is his Cal Ripken streak still intact? Like, is he still the Iron Man of the Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell? And I can tell you all that he is. So I just wanted to end the show with Shoes, because as good as these submissions have been today, I'm a little bit partial to our friend Shoes just because he is the Cal Ripken of this show. I think Chad might be actually the tied with Shoes. I don't think Chad's missed a submission either. But anyway, we get enough chat on the flagship show. This is Shoes' show. So bring us home, Hunter. What do you got, man?
Oh, would you look at this guy? Thinks he knows what he's talking about. He collects sports cards. Happens to has a nice pairs of shoes on sometimes.
Good morning, my dudes.
and welcome to another episode of Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell, episode 6. We all know what episode it is, man. Each episode that comes out, I feel like the community grows, and that's just awesome. We have a lot to get to today, guys, so I guess we can get to it. To the case!
Why does he always smell his case?
Who said that? Who said that? Whatever. And just like last week, ladies first, guys. We have a 2021 Donruss number 202 Josh Giddey PSA Gem Mint 10. I believe we paid $20 for this card. The guy had 35 on it. And she had asked him at the beginning of the show if he would take 20. He said no. He saw us still walking around towards the end of the show and said, hey, I'll give you that Josh Giddey card for $20. Thank you, man. I do not remember your name. So, next, we have an Arkansas Razorback. This is my son Adrian's card. I don't think Adrian's had a card on the show yet. I mean, he told you last time when he got hit in the chest by a baseball.
Yep.
Took it like a warrior, by the way. So, next up, we have, again, an Arkansas Razorback, Jordan Walsh. It's a silver Prism Hollow out of the 2022-23 Prism Draft Picks.
Good work, Adrian.
I believe it is SF-JWA. For all you dorks out there. All right, guys. So next up, we have kind of some they're custom cards, but they're on card autos, and I'll show you here more in a second. So this is an app called DAPS, and DAPS is an app where you're able to go and choose between different college players and some pro players too, and you get to choose kind of an experience with them. And I guess the experience is more of they send you a personalized video and they send you an autographed custom card, and that's pretty neat. So I went ahead and dabbled. I saw that one of my favorite Arkansas players, Ricky Council IV, was doing this, and I hopped right on this. I mean, right on it. And this was during March Madness, so they were like, hey, it's March, give him some time after he's done with this tournament to get this done. No problem with that. Well, it takes a few months, and the guy, this guy, Jake, he was a really nice man. I had so many questions for him. I was like, hey, what are the autographs going to be on? Are they going to be stickers? Are they going to be on the card? What is the card going to consist of? Is it going to be a custom autograph? He's going to put my name on it. And he was like, no, it's just their numbers and stuff like that. Any question I had, Jake had an answer for it. And Jake, I give you a thumbs up for that. I sent him a link, guys, to the Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell. So if he stops by and he's in the comment section, show him some love. Any hooser. It takes a few months for these cards to get to me, or for this card to get to me. Sorry, these cards. These cards. It takes a second for this card to get to me. And he's like, hey, man, I'm going to send you a refund. It's taken a little bit for this card to get to you, and I feel bad. And I'm like, oh, man, well, I'm bummed. Do I still get the card? He's like, well, yeah, you still get the card. So I'm like, oh, cool. All is well. Well, a few weeks goes by, and he emails me again. He's like, hey, got some good news for you. Card's on your way. Added a few extra things in there for you. I was like, oh, wow, okay, cool. So I just received that package 2 days ago, and guys, I got a care package here. 4 total cards of college players' autographs. It's awesome. So first we have a Jalen Pickett on-card auto of these custom DAPS card. Now, this Jalen Pickett is numbered out of 50, and this is number 2. Jalen Pickett is a Penn State guard. He averages 17 points a game and six assists a game. Not bad for the guy. Hope he does well.
Not against.
Next up, we have Lamont Butler. Now, this Lamont Butler is 1 out of 50.
Sick.
I think that's pretty neat. Now, Lamont Butler, he's from San Diego State, and he is also a guard. Averages about 8 points a game. Hope you do well. Hope you do well, Mr. Butler. I can't talk today, guys.
Why can't I talk?
Okay. Next up is the reason why I got this whole experience with DAPS, and it is a Ricky Council custom card auto.
Sweet.
Or custom card with an on-card auto. Can't talk today, guys. And this one is numbered at a 120, numbered at a 1 out of 25.
He's so mad.
I am ecstatic to have this.
He's so mad.
So ecstatic.
So happy because he has that card.
He said since it took so long, he sent me 2 of them. And my mind was blown. Absolutely blown. Jake, thank you so much. Junior Shoes now has an autograph by a C4 man. He couldn't believe it. He absolutely couldn't believe it. C4,
awesome.
He is from Arkansas. Woo Pig, and he's a guard. He averages about 16 points a game with 2 assists a game as well, man. C4, I hope you did well at the Combine, my dude. Man, I feel like I'm forgetting something here. You guys have a great freaking day.
Okay, that was amazing. Like, just when I think Shoes can't bring it any stronger, he does. Ricky Council IV, I saw him play at Vanderbilt, and yeah, he can hoop for sure. So Arkansas at Vanderbilt, that was a good game. And I hope to see all those guys in the NBA draft. I don't know if any of them other than C4 will get there, but that's very, very cool. Had no idea that DAPS existed. That's super smart for NIL deals. Love that for college athletes to make some more money. They definitely deserve it. And very cool. I might have to check out DAPS because different way of buying cards. And even though they're not licensed, they look sweet, and on-card autos that are numbered. If those can potentially be investable. We know Junior Shoes is going to keep his, but is OhMyShoes going to try to flip his? Very well done. Unmatched energy every time, pounding the table, getting to the case. Thank you to Leslie. Thank you to Shoes. Thank you to the entire Shoes family. That man goes by a lot of different names, but he will always be Shoes on this show, in this community. Everybody, thanks so much for watching and listening to the Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell, probably our best episode ever. Make your submissions. We had Joey in the chat. Joey, that's a new name. Love to see you. Show and Tell is fire, and love watching all the different perspectives. Joey, would love to get a submission from you. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate your support. Don't forget to check out a free 30-day trial at nooffseason.com. We've got amazing, amazing content there to help your flipping and sports card investing game. I'm Paul Hickey with nooffseason.com. Let's keep bringing it strong, everybody. Have a great day.